बच्चों, आज हम इस लेक्चर में CSAT 2013 का जो पैसेज सेकंड है वो सॉल्व करेंगे। तो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम हम पैसेज रीड करते हैं। द लॉ इन many parts of the world increasingly restricts the discharge of agricultural slurry into water courses. The simplest and often the most economically sound practice returns the material to the land as semi-solid manure or as a spread slurry. This dilutes its concentration in the environment to what might have occurred in a more primitive and sustainable type of agriculture and converts pollutant into fertilizer. Soil microorganisms decompose the organic components of sewage and slurry, and most of the mineral nutrients become available to be absorbed again by the vegetation. The excess input of nutrients, both nitrogen and phosphorus, based from agricultural runoff and human sewage, has caused many healthy oligotrophic lakes, low nutrient concentrations, low plant productivity with abundant water widths and clear water, to change to eutrophic condition where high nutrient inputs lead to high phytoplankton productivity, sometimes dominated by bloom forming toxic species. This makes the water turbid, eliminates large plants, and in the worst situation leads to anoxia and fish kills, so-called cultural eutrophication. Thus, important ecosystem services are lost, including the provisioning service of wild-caught fish and the cultural services associated with recreation. The process of cultural eutrophication of lakes has been understood for some time, but only recently did scientists notice huge dead zones in the ocean near river outlets, particularly those draining large catchment areas such as Mississippi in North America and the Yangtze in China. The nutrient-enriched water flows through streams, rivers, and lakes, and eventually to the estuary and ocean where the ecological impact may be huge, killing virtually all invertebrates and fish in areas up to 70,000 km² in extent. More than 150 sea areas worldwide are now regularly starved of oxygen as a result of decomposition of algal blooms, fueled particularly by nitrogen from agricultural runoff of fertilizers and sewage from large cities. Oceanic dead zones are typically associated with industrialized nations and usually lie off countries that subsidize their agriculture, encouraging farmers to increase productivity and use more fertilizer. So, underline the last lines and first 2 to 3 lines of the passage. So now let's go to the questions. The first question is, according to the passage, why should the discharge of agricultural slurry into water courses be restricted? कि एग्रीकल्चरल स्लरी का जो डिस्चार्ज होता है वाटर कोर्सेज में, वाटर बॉडीज़ में, तो वो रेस्ट्रिक्टेड क्यों है? तो इसका रीज़न देना है। तो इसका रीज़न पैसेज में गिवन है। तो हम स्टेटमेंट्स फटाफट रीड करते तीनों भी। तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट है, लूजिंग न्यूट्रिएंट्स इन दिस वे इज़ नॉट अ गुड प्रैक्टिस इकोनॉमिकली. यस, दिस गिवन इन द पैसेज, so we will take this. Second statement, water courses do not contain the microorganisms that can decompose organic components of agricultural slurry. This is not given in the passage. That means this is opposite to the passage, because passage is saying water courses contain microorganisms that can decompose organic components of the agricultural slurry. So we will eliminate this option. The discharge may lead to the eutrophication of water bodies. Third statement, yes, this is given in the passage, so we will take it again. So you can see the simplest, often most economically sound practice returns the material to the land as semi-solid manure or as a spread slurry, and this will lead to the eutrophication, to change to eutrophication condition, and it will lead to the eutrophication. The process of cultural eutrophication. So this is given in the passage, both the statements first and 3. So our correct answer will be eliminating second option. We can eliminate option B, D, and we will have A and C. But 1 and 3 both statements are right. So C will be the correct answer for this question. Next question. The passage refers to the conservation of pollutant to fertilizer. What is pollutant and what is fertilizer in this context? So what is pollutant and what is fertilizer, that we need to tell. So and this is given in the passage clearly in the first para. This dilutes its concentration in the environment to what might have occurred in a more primitive and sustainable type of agriculture and converts pollutant into fertilizer. Soil microorganisms decompose the organic components of sewage and slurry, and most of the mineral nutrients become available to be absorbed again by the vegetation. So discharged agricultural slurry is pollutant and decomposed slurry is in soil is fertilizer after decomposition by the soil organisms. So this is given in the passage clearly. So we can eliminate all the options: decomposed organic component of slurry, pollutant, microorganisms in soil constituted fertilizer. So we can eliminate this option, we can eliminate this option, and we can eliminate this option. So B will be the correct answer for this question. Next question. According to the passage, what are the effects of indiscriminate use of fertilizer? जो indiscriminate यूज़ करते हैं हम fertilizers का, उसका इफ़ेक्ट क्या होता है वो बताना है यहाँ पे. तो फटाफट हम स्टेटमेंट्स को रीड करते हैं. एडिशन ऑफ पोल्यूटेंट्स टू द सॉइल एंड वाटर. यस, दिस विल ऐड द पोल्यूटेंट्स टू द सॉइल एंड वाटर. अगर फर्टिलाइज़र का यूज़ हम जितना ज़रूरी है उससे ज़्यादा करें तो पोल्यूटेंट्स जो है उसका एडिशन हो जाता है सॉइल एंड वाटर में. दैट इज़ द इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट यूज़ ऑफ फर्टिलाइज़र. And second is statement is destruction decomposer of microorganisms in soil. This is not given in the passage at all, so we can eliminate this option. And nutrient enrichment of water bodies. तो nutrients जो है वो enrich हो जाते हैं water bodies में. Creation of algal blooms. Yes, and that will lead to the creation of algal blooms. So second is wrong option. So we can eliminate A option, C option, and D option. So B will be the correct answer for this question. Next question. What are the characteristics of water body with cultural eutrophication? So this is again given in the passage that we can eliminate option without reading the passage again. So loss of ecosystem is services is given in the passage, so we can take this answer as a correct. Loss of flora and fauna, this is also given in the passage. And loss of mineral nutrients, this is not given in the passage, so we can eliminate option D, C, and we will have the B option as a correct answer. So we will see in the passage now. See, this makes the water turbid. This makes the water turbid, eliminates large plants, and in the worst situations leads to anoxia and fish kills, so-called cultural eutrophication. Thus, that means it will eliminate large plants and it will lead to the anoxia and fish kills, so-called cultural eutrophication. Thus, important ecosystem services will be lost, including the provisioning service of wild-caught fish and the cultural services associated with recreation. So, this is given in the passage that loss of flora and fauna and loss of ecosystem services. So, B will be the correct answer for this question. Next question. What is the central theme of the passage? I have told you in the previous lectures that central theme is nothing but subject discussed in the passage. Most focused subject in the passage. So what will be that subject? So we will read the statements one by one. Appropriate legislation is essential to protect the environment. This is the extreme statement because this is not at all discussed in the passage. So we can eliminate this directly because this is out of the scope of the passage. And second statement is modern agriculture is responsible for the destruction of environment. This is also not discussed in the passage, out of the scope of the passage, because our passage is not discussing about the modern agriculture at all. And next option is improper waste disposal from agriculture can destroy the aquatic ecosystems. Yes, our passage is discussing about this subject only, so we can take this option correct. D option, use of chemical fertilizers is undesirable in agriculture. So this is also extreme statement. यूज़ ऑफ केमिकल फर्टिलाइज़र इज़ अनडिज़ायरेबल इन एग्रीकल्चर, क्योंकि हम केमिकल फर्टिलाइज़र का थोड़ा बहुत यूज़ कर सकते हैं, इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट यूज़ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन थोड़ा बहुत यूज़ कर सकते हैं। और ये स्टेटमेंट जो है वो एक्सट्रीम है, इसलिए हम इसे एलिमिनेट कर देंगे। और हमारा सी जो ऑप्शन है वो करेक्ट आंसर होगा इस क्वेश्चन के लिए। इम्प्रॉपर वेस्ट डिस्पोजल फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चरल कैन डिस्ट्रॉय द एक्वेटिक इकोसिस्टम। Hope so all of you understood well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and stay tuned with me, and we will solve next passage in the next lecture. And do not take burden, learn with fun. Enjoy learning, and thanks for watching.